I have a confession. I've had sex since social distancing began, and I know friends who've done the same. With the pandemic going through another spike in the US, people having sex or wanting to have sex might feel shame. While we've been offered public health solutions like masturbation and glory holes, the idea of COVID-safe sex has largely been turned into a joke. If there's anything in the history of sex that can tell us, abstinence just doesn't cut it. A lack of information on this topic is partially why Kenneth Play partnered with several medical experts and professionals to create a vital guide to help you out. Here are some tips from this guide to help you with your mid-pandemic sex life. Number 1, use radical honesty. The pandemic has ushered in an era of radical honesty, not just with others, but also with ourselves. In some ways, navigating sex during a pandemic is similar to what we did before. Only now we're focusing on contracting the coronavirus as opposed to STIs, although of course you can still contract an STI right now. The stakes are also a lot higher. According to an expert I spoke to, you can still contract COVID even if you've tested negative.
I think screening is better than no screening, but I think that can give people a false sense of security.
If you're thinking of engaging in sex with one or multiple partners, ask yourself, what are the actual risks? This includes things like the rate of infection in your community, your possible exposure, and the likelihood of you developing serious symptoms. How comfortable are you with these risks? Then, you need to factor other people into the mix and see how comfortable they are with your behavior and attitude. Basically, what's your tolerance for risk and everyone else's? Number 2, put everyone you know into tiers. Next, you're going to need to break everyone you know into 3 tiers. Level 1 is your most intimate group, roommates and lovers, who have the highest likelihood of transmission. Level 2 is friends you see and coworkers, if you're still going to the office. Level 3 is the wider public, people you have least amount of contact with. Since you're sharing the most infectious behaviors with level 1, you need to have the most open and honest communication with those people.
Having conversations with your housemates is important. We're out there, we're having sex, but we don't want to then go and get tested and be shamed for the fact we're having sex.
Not only that, but you should negotiate and reach a level of consent with each member of this group. This actually isn't unlike a polyamorous scenario. For those in level 2, you don't have to share everything that you do with level 1 folks, but you should still be honest. If you are, for example, making out with a bunch of strangers, it's best to inform level 2 that you're engaging in high-risk behavior. If you're having parties or get-togethers, establish a level of contact tracing. Again, take note of how many people you're coming into contact with and examine your behavior. How many people are in your level 2? How often do you see them? Do you wear masks? For level 3, the onus is on you to be responsible. Follow protocols and stay home if you're feeling coronavirus symptoms. Number 3, if you're having casual sex, assume high-risk behavior. Sex parties are popping up lately, and some people are paying $500 a pop for rapid COVID tests. If you're having casual sex with someone you don't know, you would hope they would be as open and honest as you. But this isn't necessarily true.
The absolute safest thing to do if you want to be having sex face-to-face is ideally for the both of you be wearing masks.
Above all, assume high risk and let people in level 1 and 2 know about this. Number 4, what to do if you're immunocompromised. Immunocompromised or not, sex is an important outlet for many people. We've been isolated for months at this point, and perhaps quarantine fatigued. If you're immunocompromised, you can still have sex. You'll just need to take a few extra precautions. The ideal scenario is a smaller group of known partners and mask sex. You don't have to feel shame for wanting or having sex amid the pandemic, but you should be armed with good information and do your best to follow best practices. That way, you'll still be able to experience pleasure while keeping yourself and everyone else you know safe.